If a Swiss watch presented as Never Give Up dies in just 2 years, is it really a survival watch or just survival marketing? Is a 69,000 rupees watch still a luxury if it's powered by a 2800 rupees movement? Or are you just paying for the logo? And if this watch disappeared tomorrow, would I miss it? Honestly, only the stress part. Because when a watch is sold as the thing you can trust anywhere, the only question that matters is, did it actually survive in real life? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to our channel Arrestworthy. I'm your host Mohit and this is a long-term 2-year review. Meet Luminox Bear Grylls XB3761, a Swiss tactical never give up survival watch that I've been wearing for about 2 years. In this video, I'll show you where it shines, where it failed me, and whether it's still worth your money in 2026. Let's start with how it looks and feels on the wrist. I have worn this watch fairly for city use, weekend trips, and yes, I have gotten it wet, bumped it, and lived with it like a normal tough watch. So this isn't a spec sheet review. This is what actually happens after 2 years on the wrist. From a distance, this thing actually looks pretty serious. It's big, the numerals are loud, the bezel is chunky, and of course you've got the whole Bear Grylls branding going on. This watch is designed as a rugged outdoor survival watch. Luminox positioned this as a watch you can trust in tough conditions. And on paper, you get a Swiss quartz movement, Tritium tube loom, bold tactical styling, and never give up branding all over it. But paper and real life can be very different stories. That reality check starts with the moment you put it on. And I'm not going to spam you with dimensions because most people don't feel 44 mm. They feel big or small. In real life, it's big. It's a bit chunky and it's a little on the heavier side. For medium to larger wrists, it makes sense. On smaller wrists, it looks oversized and a bit overwhelming. If you like big watches, that's a plus. And if you don't, this will get annoying. The case is made of stainless steel. It feels solid. The bidirectional bezel is made of Carbonox, a high-performance carbon-based compound proprietary to Luminox. It helps keep the weight down a bit and different city names printed on it. It has actually a nice positive click to it. And it's really easy to grip and turn even if your fingers are a bit wet or sweaty. The crown is a screw-down type which helps with water resistance and adds to the tool watch feeling. The cool detail here is the rubber grip on the crown. It glows beautifully when the UV light hits it. It's a small thing, but it's one of those fun, functional touches that makes the watch feel special. On the back, you get a screw-down case back with Bear Grylls' signature and the big Never Give Up branding. So if you just pick it up and look at it, the whole thing screams rugged, adventurous, and trust me vibe. The watch I have comes on with a canvas leather strap. On the outside, you get that canvas field watch vibe. Underneath, it's leather. Overall, it matches the outdoor survival story pretty well. On the wrist, the strap feels sturdy. It breaks in with time, and it's comfortable enough for all-day wear, especially if you're used to thicker straps. The buckle is pretty heavy-duty and signed with Luminox logo. Combine this with the heavy watch head, and yes, it feels like a proper tool on your wrist. The dial is honestly one of the nicest parts of this watch. You get a matte or slightly textured base that helps cut down strong reflections. Those numerals are large and easy to read. The hands are bold, GMT complication, and all the tritium tubes are neatly integrated into the indices and hands. It's very legible indoors, outdoors, day and night. The tritium setup is a big part of the pitch. These are tiny glass tubes filled with radioactive tritium gas that glows constantly. In theory, they are supposed to glow for 10 plus years, often quoted up to 20 years. It looks like something Bear Grylls would wear on a show, and that's obviously intentional. Now let's talk about what actually happened after 2 years of living with this watch. I did not baby it, but I also did not abuse it in any extreme way. I wore it in the city, at work, while traveling, and on weekend trips. Nothing insane, and it got the usual knocks you'd expect from the daily wear. Then one day, completely out of nowhere, the watch just stopped. There was no drop, no impact, nothing. It just died while sitting in the box. My first thought was the obvious one. Okay, the battery must be dead. That's normal for a quartz watch, right? So I got the battery changed. Even after the battery change, the watch still refused to start. I changed another battery, but results were same. You expect a simple battery swap for it to just work. In my case, it turned out that the coil needed to be replaced. So this never give up survival watch needed an actual movement component replaced in about 2 years. Once that happens, your trust in the watch takes a big hit. It's hard to see it as a dependable survival tool when it fails in such a short period under pretty normal conditions. It looks great on paper, Swiss-made GMT premium branding, but underneath you find a Ronda 515.24H movement. Do you know what that movement costs on Amazon? 2800 rupees. Now, I know what the defenders will say. Every brand does this, or you're paying for the design and the finishing. But let's do the math. When the movement of your luxury watch represents less than 4% of the total price, we have a problem. I've seen brands push the limits before, but I haven't seen a watch fails this miserably this fast on the value for money scale. The Ronda 515 is a workhorse, sure. It's thin, it's accurate, and it's a tank. But it's a 112 mass-produced quartz movement. You aren't just in entry-level territory anymore. You are in the range of Seiko SSK with a mechanical GMT movement or even a Tissot PRX80. This is the ultimate rookie mistake. You see Swiss on the dial, assume you're getting high-end engineering. In reality, you're paying a 60,000 rupee premium for a steel case and a logo. If you're a collector who cares about what's inside the watch, this isn't just a bad start, it's a deal breaker. I could have ended the video right here, but there was more to it. I want you all to make a conscious decision before you spend your hard-earned money. If you read forums or watch videos about Tritium watches, you'll often hear that the tubes are supposed to glow for 10 to 20 years. The idea is that they slowly get dimmer over time, but they should still be very usable for a long period. After just about 2 years, the Tritium still glows, but it doesn't feel as strong or impressive as I expected at this early stage of its life. It's not dead, but compared to the hype and the claims around long-lasting brightness, it feels underwhelming. It's faded already in just 2 years. So now I'm in a situation where I'm not sure what's going to disappoint me first, the movement again or the lume over the next few years. For a watch that is sold so hard on reliability and long-term glow, that's not the kind of doubt you want to have. So after all this, who is this watch actually for? I think it may still make sense for someone who really loves the Bear Grylls branding and the whole survival story, and who primarily wants a big tactical looking watch for casual or weekend wear. If design, presence, and the adventurous vibe matters more to you than the long-term trust, you might still enjoy owning it. But for how long? No one knows. On the other hand, I don't think it makes sense for people with smaller wrists because it is big, chunky, and a bit heavy. And when your 15-year-old fossil, a fashion watch, feels more trustworthy than your 2-year-old Luminox, you really start wondering what you have paid for. So here are the few questions I would like to answer. If this watch disappeared tomorrow, would I miss it? Well, I will definitely miss the buyer's remorse. If this watch disappeared, the only thing I'd be losing is the frustration of owning it. Would I spend my own money on this watch again, knowing what I know now? No, I wouldn't. Do I still wear it? Yes, but only as fun, tactical looking piece. Never as my only trusted watch on a trip or anything important. The Luminox Bear Grylls looks like it's built to never give up. But in my real world use, it gave up far too early. If you still want it, buy it for the design and vibe, not for the legends of survival or reliability. So that's been my full experience with the Luminox XB3761. If this long-term real-life experience helped you, hit that like button and hype the video so YouTube knows it's worth showing to more watch lovers. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, keep it classy and stay wrist-worthy.